Recently, I just finished the second season of Nagatoro, and it was really great. This second season with Senpai and Nagatoro's interactions and character development and the moments they had together was really great. But recently, I made a post about Nagatoro being my favorite romance anime, and this guy asked me, why is it my favorite romance anime? So today, I'll be explaining why Nagatoro is my favorite romance anime. The main reason I love Nagatoro is the characters and the pacing compared to other romance anime. Now, I really don't like Love is War because the show feels too slow, and the characters aren't really relatable besides for like the Ayama or whatever his name was, the like isolated kid, the introverted one. But honestly, I can understand because like they're trying to hide their love, and it's been like 4 seasons of them hiding it, and they just make little progress by little progress. But for me, I can't really watch that because it feels too slow for me, which is why I love Nagatoro. The pacing and its plot and the moment, like, come on, it's about a guy who gets tormented by his classmate who has a crush on him. And honestly, I like this plot more than anything else of romance, to be honest. And even though I've seen very few romance anime since I made that one video about why I hate romance, I've been trying to redeem myself, which is why I've been forcing myself to watch Love is War, which will probably be a video on its own one day. But right now it's about Nagatoro, so let's get back to Nagatoro. Now that I talked about the pacing issues, we can talk about the characters now, and why do I love them so much. Now, Nagatoro and her friends are some of the best characters in the show, besides for the main two with Nagatoro and Senpai. But they could also drive the plot like Nagatoro or Senpai because, you know, they're almost involved in every episode. The members of the art club can also start plots, but they're not as important to the main Nagatoro friends as Senpai, so they're not going to be really mentioned like that. But honestly, they're all pretty funny characters, and I wouldn't mind a spin-off with any of the characters in the show. Honestly, I love their personalities so much, so I wouldn't mind it at all. The main moment I love from this season is when Senpai and Nagatoro went on a date, and they thought Nagatoro was going to steal Senpai's virginity early. So they planned to stop her, but they got stopped by Senpai's friends in the art club. And it was a really funny event because they chased them down and they like made sure they didn't ruin it at all because they were stalking them. And honestly, that was my favorite episode in this season. And also they hugged for the first time, which was probably a pretty good scene. And honestly was like, it helped the plot move a lot faster. Also, the hug showed some very good character growth with Senpai, along with him wearing glasses instead of contacts now because of Nagatoro, and her like forcing him to wear contacts. And, you know, he doesn't wear glasses anymore, and he still does the thing with his glasses where he tries to bump them up. But he wears contacts, so it's just a sign of him being nervous now. And honestly, these are signs of him trying to learn from Nagatoro and learning her ways of, you know, being, like, more outgoing. And Nagatoro's learning about Senpai being more introverted, so she kind of gets more quiet sometimes. But not really. She's still very outgoing, unlike Senpai. Which is something I hope he works on in the next season because I think he's going to need it if he's going to talk to Nagatoro even more than normal. And also if he's going to learn from her. And honestly, Senpai learned how to do snowboarding and a little bit of judo. So, you know, it was pretty good. Especially when he learned how to do snowboarding by himself because he didn't want to embarrass Nagatoro. And honestly, he also learned from Nagatoro. So those were also two good scenes. So I like those scenes from Senpai and Nagatoro. And honestly, in the second season, I like Senpai's growth. He's not as shy anymore. And I like Senpai's growth in the second season. He can actually ask Nagatoro to model for him, was something he couldn't do in the first season. And honestly, hopefully he could work on that even more because, you know, if he gets more bold, he can get more chances in the show. And, you know, we could see him even more with Nagatoro. And also in the season, he can ask Nagatoro to go to places with him, which he couldn't do in the first season either, which, you know, is also some character growth that he has achieved in the second season. And honestly, I love Senpai and Nagatoro and their like relationship. And I can't wait for what they will do in the next season because, you know, I just love this show so much. And also, I hope you guys watch the next season or the second season because not a lot of people are really watching Nagatoro right now. And honestly, I want more people to go watch the show. So what do you think about Senpai's character development, his interactions with Nagatoro, the side characters, and the pacing? Do you enjoy Nagatoro as a romance anime? Or do you guys like different anime? Or just not care about Nagatoro? But, you know, I like to thank you guys for 50 subs because I'm really thankful for everybody who, like, subbed to my channel. I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. And hopefully we can make it even bigger. But until the next video, I hope you guys like, sub, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment your thoughts about Nagatoro. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.